Whoa!
Well, welcome everyone. This is Golf Daisuki OB Club, or I Love Golf OB Club. It was for the Satellaview, and probably no one has ever heard of it.
Yeah, there are probably like 3 of you in the audience, maybe, that have heard of it if you guys showed up.
First thing we do when we're doing a speedrun is we go into the options menu. This is to verify that we aren't screwing around with the options. There are things like weather and GIFs and changing it to mono. We're not doing any of that, so we verified that we went into the options. Now we go into this. The first one is stroke play, which we use for single player speedruns. The second one is hole count. No one use it. Don't worry about it. The third one is team play, which is what we are doing today.
Ooh.
Here's our character select screen, and you can see our diverse cast of characters. We have always, 100% of the time we have played this game, chosen to play as these cats.
Because
so
they're the best.
Yeah, because if you can play as a cute cat, playing mini golf, you should.
It's true. If you stuck around because Super Metroid just finished, you should stick around now just for the anime cats. Then we have to choose our rivals who will be controlled by the CPU.
And the first one we always vary because it doesn't,
It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah. So we have decided to go with this gentleman, who we are going to call Dad 2. Because
that's what we like to call him.
He is a dad, but he's not the original dad. I gotta make sure that I said.
Make sure you say CPU, yeah.
Because otherwise you have to do it all over again.
And this
is Golf Dad.
Golf Dad.
He's the original. He's
Do we
got
need Dad Heart this time?
No, just Dad.
Okay, just Dad.
He's just Dad. He's got this Tom Selleck mustache, and it gives him all of his powers. So, we're gonna be playing through all 6 courses. There are 8 holes per course. In a speedrun context, the only thing that matters is that you start with Dreamland because it takes the longest amount of time menu-wise to get there. And since we don't start the timer until I press start, it makes sense to start with this one.
Yeah.
Even though this hole kind of sucks, this whole course is not great, but at least it's, reset having us at the beginning of the run.
Yeah. Originally, the timer started before you even chose characters and whatnot for this category for the first person who ran it, and then we were the second people. But we decided we wanted to be able to choose our characters and whatnot, so this is now where we start.
Are you ready with time?
I am ready to set up time.
All right, this is going to be a long, cozy run, so strap yourselves in. 3, 2, 1, golf!
It is a thing. You are gonna see some weird stuff. Ooh, we got the first shot. That is always good.
Hey, missed that teleporter.
Ooh, an excellent on, sir.
Okay, so the first thing you'll notice is we are passing the controller back and forth. This is a multiplayer game, but it only recognizes 1 controller port, so that's what we're doing.
Which is extra great, because you can play it with 4 players in theory, which would just be miserable.
Well, The other way to handle it would have been to...
oh, good. I wanted to show that off. Oh, good. I'm in the worst place.
Yeah, where you don't want to be, which is something. There's a lot of things we can be talking about. Let's talk about the rules of team play mode first.
Seems reasonable. We were the first ones to set up team play as a category, so we got to choose the rules. We decided that it only made sense for us to have a rule that at least one of us had to get the ball in the hole, I knew I was not.
Doesn't matter. Once one person is in, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Everything else is just try to go as fast as possible.
In case it gives it to you again.
Oh, yeah, for sure, thanks.
Yeah. The rule is, across all of the holes, one of the 2 of us has to get in the hole before it times us out. That is...
That was a great shot.
Yeah, congratulations. That is key for the reason why this is a volatile run.
Which
because
you probably will see at some point.
We can't predict when the game is going to decide we're done and we're moving on to the next hole. It will just kind of decide at some juncture, this is it, we're moving on.
Yeah, it has some kind of algorithm, but we haven't cracked it. We don't understand.
This game is an enigma because it's so obscure that just there are more questions than answers.
For the first, 3 or 4 months that anyone was playing this because weirdly we discovered it, and then we discovered that there was a small community of people who had also just discovered it.
Damn, that's
was
a good shot.
That's the kind of shot we're talking about. Like every so often.
I'm not. Okay, I'm not gonna set you up to jump. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Just go. Just do what you can.
That was a panic mode right there.
Yeah, that was great.
This run is already over. It's off the rails. So usually we get to take advantage of setting up the second player for a shot on this hole, but Dad 2 just made an unbelievable shot.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Which just happens to you sometimes. It's why...
That's the second reason why this is a volatile run,
yeah.
Is that the AI swings between being wildly incompetent and...
being Arnold Palmer.
Being Arnold Palmer. I don't know if he was any good at mini golf, but...
I mean, he had a good short game. Yeah, like... an albatross on this hole is obscene.
I'm going to be just blown away if we are already out of contention for this being an official speedrun because of that. Like, I already screwed up the shot.
Yeah, that shot was bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in. This has been amazing.
Already invalidated as a run, almost certainly. Which is the crazy thing. Like, it just happens.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your skill level is. Sometimes, wow, that was bad. It was because I was trying to dodge you.
Yeah, I was in front of you. It's okay.
Yeah, you like just cannot predict what's going to happen, and sometimes they just shoot something like that, and there's no way for you to get there in that many shots. I'm gonna try this.
Okay.
I like don't have a setup for what just happened, so
yeah,
okay. So neither of us got in the hole. No longer a valid speedrun.
But it's okay because we're gonna play through all the holes anyway.
Yeah, we decided on a marathon safe rule set where we just ignored that.
Yep. But you can already see why.
Like yeah, that happened to us 4 minutes into this run. Last night it almost happened to us 2 hours into the run, and we just barely snuck through the hole.
Yeah. You know, I wouldn't say that Dad 2 is usually the best player, because just there he just made a terrible shot.
I mean, there seems to be no difference in skill levels.
Yeah. The character select doesn't seem to mean anything, unless someone cracks into the code and proves me wrong.
Ooh, Death Putter.
Okay, so there are gifts that you can pick up, little special abilities, and you'll see what this is going to do to the character here. He makes a terrible shot because it kills your power.
We think it basically makes like your 100 power 40 power, which is pretty weak.
Yeah. Let's see. What other things are there to talk about? There are slopes in this game. They're terrible.
It's really difficult to judge what's actually going to happen on a slope. Yeah, sorry.
Thanks for blocking me.
You're welcome.
I'm not even like lined up to.
No, it's bad. Like,
ooh,
oh,
ooh.
The best thing is that you can jump people's balls like that, which is pretty hilarious.
And that is probably the main thing that makes the multiplayer more enjoyable.
Definitely.
It's just like being able to
definitely
pop over the other balls that are on the field or knock them out of bounds. But yeah, judging where the slopes are going to go is terrible in this game. Like, just the depth perception is just not at all what you
their
want.
physics doesn't behave the way that it should.
I mean, I think it probably is consistent once you figure out how to deal with it, but it's it's definitely something special.
This hole is miserable in the rain. We didn't talk about weather.
We have not.
You can see down there at the bottom of the screen that is telling us that it is 50% rain.
That's as high as it'll go.
That means that the course is just soaking wet. And there are currently 0 M's of wind to the northeast.
Wind usually doesn't matter, but it does in some circumstances.
Oh man, they're just all over the amazing shots today, and deciding to make us look like fools in front of everyone.
It's all right. So
you can move the camera, but it's really slow, so you kind of have to just know where everything is.
yeah,
And
speedrun-wise, you want to never touch the camera. What rain does effectively is it just slows you down. You need to use more force to get the ball anywhere, and
it eats something like 10-15% of your power. It's not uncommon for them to both make identical shots and just destroy you. Hey, but
who's destroyed now?
You're in a better position than they are. Yeah, to go around you.
You had to go around that tree.
I'm stuck behind this tree, which is dreadful.
Yeah, just do what you want.
I'm just gonna like...
Ooh!
Oh, I missed the horsies. Don't worry, I'll hit horsies later. Yeah, you know.
Wow, guys.
Well, somehow you still got in the hole first, even though they got the shortcut.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't matter what I do, so I'm just gonna like hit my ball as fast as I can when it's my turn.
And hopefully it doesn't give you an extra shot.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it shouldn't now. Obviously getting your ball in the hole is slower because you have to watch that little jingle. Unless it's not, because it gives you an extra shot, and that's kind of what we were talking about with it's kind of unpredictable when the hole is actually going to end.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it seems like Sometimes it seems like it's based on stroke count. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Finish your thought, and that.
Sometimes it seems like it's based on stroke count and distance from the hole, and sometimes it just seems completely random.
Okay, so speaking of completely random, reason number 3 that this is an incredibly volatile game to speedrun. The starting position on any hole is random within a certain grouping. We were talking about it earlier that it's kind of like there's like an arc?
An ellipsis,
yeah,
or an arc
of potential places where you could start, and then also that's something that the AI does. Sometimes they try to jump each other because they know that they can, even though it's not necessarily like what they should do. So the starting position is randomized, and the hole position is randomized. So it's real difficult to know exactly what to do in any given moment because it always changes.
So it means that you never can have like a consistent setup for any shot. Sean has like a handful because he also holds the solo world record and then a handful of a couple of the course world records for solo play.
Yeah, so you do get to try to put it in your memory, like, okay, what do I do from this specific position in this specific circumstance, and try to remember to do that the next time if you ever get that specific combination again.
Ether scales, that is a great question. No one knows. Sometimes, so the way we think that shots happen for the AI is that, wow, I didn't catch any of that arrow.
Yeah, that was good.
The AI knows where it is, and it knows where the hole is, and we think that it traces a line back from the hole, thinking about like, okay, I can get to the hole from this position, I can get to that position from this position, and runs through like some kind of an algorithm to try to decide how to get there, but then also has a percentage chance of just doing something random and stupid.
Like that?
Yeah, like doing that. When it happens, it's really funny.
Yeah.
But other times, like we were saying earlier, they just kind of shoot and hit the hole in one from some stupid position where you could never make that shot.
Ooh, do you think you have a straight line?
I don't think I do.
Power it through.
Yeah,
There
I was
you
sure that was not going to happen.
I
I don't even know why I thought about it, because you're already in, aren't you?
I'm already in, yeah.
Oh, here, give me that.
I've played this a lot, and I'm willing to state that this hole should be a par 4.
Yeah.
This corner right here that they're stuck on is one of the worst things in the game. I think it's
the second worst corner.
It's very difficult, for me at least, to understand where I'm supposed to angle the ball to get it up around one corner and
Triple
the other.
bogey.
And, you know, it's kind of rewarding to see the AI, like, also be bad at it.
Yeah, I think there's only, like, maybe 2 other corners, and both of them are in Future Country Club, that are just awful. Just unplayably bad sometimes. The only thing that makes this one maybe worse is weather, and because we got rain right at the start of Dreamland, this whole course is just going to be miserable and slow in comparison to what it should be.
Yep.
Sometimes the CPU does that and goes through the 1 pixel wide gap where fences meet. When that happens, you
It's
just
over.
lose.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Your run just died. I'm glad that we're getting to see so many of these.
This is an exhibition at this point?
Yeah, I'm so glad we're getting to see so many of these. Well, our run just died because they did this stupid thing.
Yeah.
And
over the course of what is a 2+ hour run,
20-minute run, probably.
I think if you were really good and everything were in ideal circumstances, 2 hours is where you'd be.
Oh, I didn't hit horsies!
No.
Maybe she'll do it, or maybe Golf Dad will do it for me.
I'm just gonna go this way. It doesn't really matter. Not too worried about getting the hole now.
Ooh,
but
nice.
Showing off that you can go that direction.
Almost.
Yeah. But see, I didn't make a cheat shot, and I ended up in the same place.
Let's see. I'll try to go this way.
Yeah, I'd like to believe that Golf Dad just harnessed the power of his mustache and showed us... oh no, it was the other dad, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Dad too.
He is also harnessing the power of the mustache.
Yeah. I mean, there's enough...
Yeah, there's enough for
There's
both.
enough mustache on Dad 1 for 2 dads.
Yeah, it's true.
You want to talk about Dreamland in general?
Dreamland in general
Oh, almost.
likes to operate off of these,
This again, like, I went slow just because I wanted to do a shot at that point, because we've already, like, lost this as a run. Oh, this is one of the other most miserable holes, and you'll see why in a minute.
Yeah, so this is... I think this is probably the most frustratingly bad hole, because it should be fine, but because of the mechanics kind of being janky enough that they kind of butt heads against each other.
Oh, and he death puttered
and it
us!
just ruined us anyway.
Well, we're gonna go over the arrow, so maybe it's okay.
Yeah, whatever. So you gotta go up over this hill and go into those pipes. That's the goal, right? Hey, blocked.
That's a good shot.
Take that. What are you gonna do? Problem is that
There are 4 of us, and we just get in each other's way.
Yeah. The pipe's hitbox is not where you think it would be, and you go and try to hit it straight into the pipe, and the ball just bounces off the wall.
Yeah.
And this happens all the time. To the CPU, to you, it's just absurd.
It is not uncommon to see everybody just cluster up there and not be able to go any place, which sucks.
If you end up on that little hill, it's real difficult to judge how to go down the slope and into the pipe. It's basically, like, not gonna happen.
Maybe he's gonna set you up the jump.
He's gonna try to jump me, I think. Oh, no.
Oh, he just went in.
He is a golf pro.
Yeah, it's true.
He doesn't need no jumps. I was thinking about setting you up to jump, honestly, but I'll just go ahead and go in.
Yeah.
because speed is so important at this juncture.
Oh.
Okay, so that checkerboard pattern slows your way down. So if you get your ball stuck out there, it is real hard to get back out of it.
Yeah.
Well, at least he didn't make that shot.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna nail that too.
This shot is... I'm not gonna, like, make this. I don't even try, really. There's something going on with the slopes that are working against each other, plus you have to bank off a wall, basically.
Oh, heartbreaking.
Doesn't make it really worth my time to think about it. I just hit it over there as a safe shot and then do a second one. Ooh, you're gonna try something fancy.
No, I'm the same way. I never know what to do. I just don't like to bank it off that back wall.
The choke!
Oh, no. Hate to see it. Wow, the choke!
Double choke!
You hate to see it.
Oh, no.
As you can tell, we're super casual.
Did I mention I have the world record in this category?
You have 4 world records in this game. Yeah, sure, try that. Oh, that was
nice.
Way too much power.
Nice, showing off the skills.
Yeah. Well,
he's gonna jump me. Oh, he's just gonna go
safety
back.
shots.
Go back to the start. It's fine. We're all in this together. Okay, here we go.
There you go. Again.
So yeah, that
terrible.
is one of the worst holes in the game. If you manage to get your run all the way to this point and you're going at a good speed, it will probably get devastated by you not being able to get into that pipe quickly.
Yeah. That's one of the other reasons we put Dreamland early, because it has a couple of holes that are like that.
Mm-hmm.
Today we put triple choke. Today we put Future at the end because we're using Sean's solo category order.
Mostly because it's more dramatic that way.
Yeah.
I like to build up the tension so you really feel it in your loins when you're going for the record. But probably that's not advisable. Probably you should do Dreamland Future and then do whatever,
And then
whatever ones you have the
Seaside,
most trouble with. Yeah.
They're the ones that are most difficult.
But again, because this is kind of like an exhibition, we're going to show off just kind of like the order. Aside from this one, which is obviously like problematic, it'll go down in difficulty, hopefully, after this. Do you want to just like go down to the other side? Just
I'm going to go the other way.
So usually, I think the fastest thing to do here is to do what we're all doing, which is we're kind of like dropping off this ledge, and then kind of like we're going to snake around the course. The problem in multiplayer is that we all cluster up in this corner. And that sucks for Rob because he's 4th. Yeah. And so there's really
I have no shot there, so it's impossible.
At best, he would like end up behind me, and I'd clear out of the way. So he's just gonna go over here because there's more course over here. I don't think
Not where I wanted to be.
I don't think that it's faster to go over there, but that's one of the I guess enjoyable things about this game is that it's not so linear that it's like this is what you have to do.
Yeah.
There's just like weird things going off to the side.
Oh, he jumped you! Oh! Okay, well, it's screwed up.
Yeah, he didn't gain anything out of it.
There is a theoretical jump there that's faster because you get across into that other area. There's also a theoretical jump, a couple of theoretical jumps over where I am right now.
Yeah.
Neither of which are particularly viable. But maybe?
As you just saw, like, you can jump over a ball up onto that first platform. If you're bad at it, then you'll just go right over the top of it, and it gained nothing. It just wasted your time.
This pipe that I'm right next to is the pipe that he landed next to.
Yeah, so if you're
I did not get where I wanted
a golf savant, you can land in that pipe and go over there, but it's not happening.
I think we've accomplished it once.
I've had it happen like a couple times. It's just so... There's like a fence around the pipe, and you have to jump and land in between the fence. You had to block me. I have to go from over here.
Yeah, that sucks.
What a pain. These golf dads are all business today.
They are. Some days they're just chumps. Today they are not.
You asked me what Dreamland is about. Dreamland is about teleporters, ramps, a lot of these fast arrows that just shoot you all over the place. And I don't Do the pipes not show up anywhere else?
No, I don't think there are pipes anywhere else.
Primarily, like, teleporters and pipes are the thing that is what Dreamland is bringing to the table.
The moving obstacles are toy soldiers here, but there are moving obstacles in a couple of the other courses.
Yeah. I don't have a good shot. I'm gonna do just some nonsense thing because
Hey!
I was behind that wall.
Sometimes, and I might do it here just because, one, it'll be funny.
Can. Yeah.
And two, because he's in a good position. It's actually faster
To just ruin
to
their
just
day.
ruin their day because that prevents them from getting to the hole, which seems to cause the end of the hole faster.
Maybe.
Maybe. See, like he did something stupid like that because I knocked him over there instead of just like being up there in the hole. So it's not uncommon if one of us is doing really well for the other to just kind of turn around and play defense. Wow, that was a bad shot too. Just go ahead and hit up there. Why not?
Yeah.
Play defense or... like I did, just knocking down to the south there instead of going the way that I would usually go following him if I was third in line instead of fourth. Oh wow, we're just getting all kinds of shots after you're in the hole already. Yeah. There we go, 18 win.
Super fast.
And you never know what's going to happen with that, which sucks. Oh, I should hit 2 instead of 1, but whatever.
Yeah, that's
that
right,
time
like-
was so slow
Yeah.
that it didn't matter.
I don't think I'm worried about it. Now we're going to the first course in the game.
This is supposed to be the gentle, like, welcome to mini golf course. So it should be relatively chill in comparison to Dreamland.
Yeah.
There are only like 1 or 2 spots that have kind of gross holes.
I don't think so.
It's always so deeply satisfying to knock their ball out of the way. And deeply saddening to knock them closer to the hole and giving them the good shot.
Yep. I mean, he's still got a line. He
Yeah.
could probably get it in, but who knows? Ooh, going for one of those, huh?
I am.
All right.
I'm gonna just get up there,
Nice.
be right next to it.
What a champion.
Birdie. Wow, are you Oh, I thought you were trying to take me out. I was like, that's uncool.
Get out of town!
I know this is an exhibition at this point, but screw you, dude. It's actually faster for you to miss this shot, probably.
Yeah.
Um,
As you mentioned,
Yeah,
there's a jingle. Do you want to talk about the jingle?
So every time you sink a ball, you get that little, hey, you did great, eagle, birdie, bogey, whatever it is. It's slow. It takes a long time. Yeah, I know. Sweet shot. It was good.
What? What a prince.
Should not have brought Dad, too.
No. This was a mistake.
We talked about who to bring. Anyway, the jingle's slow, so you don't want to hear it.
So I elected for the dad duo, and I'm regretting it.
Sometimes it's faster to just miss your shot if you're the second person.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of have to guess if it's going to be faster or slower.
Yeah. If you get a hole-in-one, that's actually actively penalizing because the jingle that plays hole-in-one is really slow.
It's like twice as long.
Yeah, it freezes, and then it goes
hole in one fanfare. So it's much slower in single play. This is Sean's doghouse shot.
Doghouse strats. That's not always. I think like half the time that's actually slower. But
the other half of the time, it's just an instant in the hole.
But it separates me from the other 3, so I'm not stuck, clustered up with them, which is a big problem. Now I don't even care to go in. You do what you want, buddy.
I know. I like it when I make shots that make me look competent at this game instead of being the one who's at the back of the pack trying to jump people's balls and knock them out of the way.
Ooh.
Ooh. Almost in. That would have been an incredible shot.
I was doing the thing he was talking about where I didn't want to get in. I just wanted to like shoot the ball off in some direction. Also, if you waste time using the cursor, that's also slow because it's like
yeah, doing your rotate.
So like I was just already aiming at the hole. You always point at the hole wherever you're at. So I just full power shot it over the hole.
At some point, we'll probably have a place where it's important for us to move the camera just because we actually want to make a shot and see where the hole is. And you'll see how incredibly painful moving the camera is to check your shot and get your angles up. Oh, that was a great execution on that shot.
Sometimes if you do that shot, you'll hit the right side of the building and just shoot out of bounds. Shoot into the water.
Physics are really strange, like we mentioned. Shocked that the cats disrespect doghouses. Physics are real strange in this game, and you'll see that at some point, I'm sure. I'm gonna just low power.
Ooh, regretted.
Right in the water, yeah.
Instantly
good.
regretted.
Yep. I was hoping I'd get onto that bridge. We have kind of a bad starting position in that random grouping. Oh, not quite.
No, it's okay.
Usually he makes the birdie there and goes over the ramp, lands right in the hole. Every time it is impressive. Less so that time.
Yeah, no, that was just kind of okay.
Now you're over there, so I just want to hit the ball as fast as possible because I don't want to go anywhere.
Did we cover all of like the rules for team play? What we're doing here?
We both have to get in the hole.
We can't take each other's shots.
That's right. Yeah. One, you have to pass the controller.
Just so there's not someone just like I'm doing team play by myself.
Yeah.
Congrats. You know.
Okay, cool. I didn't even have to go again. That was basically ideal. Are there any other big rules for the category? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Those are always the things that, well, I mean, not getting your ball in the hole is always the thing that kills us on a run. Or it just being slow because random crap happens. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, nice. In the mole hole.
So there's a shortcut over there.
He gets pushed out.
It's not always fastest to do that. Sometimes the starting position and the hole are aligned in a way where it's just
way in the southeast instead of in the north.
Yeah. And so if you see the hole when you start this and it's over to the right, it is faster to go kind of up and around these trees than it is to go down to the molehill.
And I'm just gonna land in a position that I know they like to shoot through there, since he's already right next to the hole.
You can squeeze through that little gap between the wall and the trees. The green ball might try to do it.
Yeah, he's in a decent position for Golf Dad to try to do it.
Need to touch that.
Eagle, which is really good on this hole. Oh, do it, Golf Dad, show it. No,
he's going for the goal. He saw me do it. He can do it too.
Every so often they use one of the shortcuts, but it's pretty uncommon.
So that's Smiling's thing is that
I should have not just done that because Obi is slightly slow. Well, if we're right that stroke count counts toward when the game ends, then Obi is fast because you can mash through it.
Wow, they're all going for it.
Yeah. Everybody's just showing me what a fool I am by not going for the mole shots. Almost always, once you get 3 balls in the hole just ends for whoever's left.
It makes them look really sad.
Yeah.
Especially if it's raining and their ball's just out there somewhere on the green.
I really dislike this hole. Sean doesn't mind it.
I think this is one of the easiest holes in the game.
Yeah. I always seem to bang into the flower bed. You'll see here that if your ball's behind something, you don't get to see like a wireframe or anything. You're just kind of in this shadow position where
assuming you know where the edge is.
You have no clue if you're pointed directly at the corner of an object or not. And it's also true for being behind trees and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes their hitbox is real and sometimes it's not, as is often the case in games that you have probably seen this week. Oh, right in. I set him up.
Yeah, you bumped him.
It happens. Let's see.
Okay.
You can see these little, like, hashtags that are happening around... Not hashtags.
Carrots?
Carrots that are happening around the hole. They're just trying to give you some sense of slope. Sometimes they're true. See, like, I had no idea that I was that much behind that tree. I thought I was more behind it.
Yeah, so Smiling's thing, other than being kind of like easy breezy, is that there are shortcuts everywhere, and about half the time they aren't actually faster to use, but they are there. So, you know.
Yeah, this door shortcut on the left is worthless. It spits you out of that pipe that's down there at the bottom of the screen right now. There's only one hole position where that's actively useful, and it's still about the same speed as doing what he just did.
Yeah. I think unless you mastered being able to shoot it off that bumper and
doing
bounce
it
it
one
into the
shot.
hole, I don't think that it's worth your time to go over there. But like I said, it's cool that there's a thing there and you can have fun, and, you know, if you're not trying to play the game super fast, then...
Oh yeah, this game is super fun casually. Like, if you're interested in playing this thing, physics are real strange in 2D. That was a pretty good shot. Coming up the edge there.
So I've got this power up here. This lets me ignore the carrots. Now, we played this game for easily 60 plus hours before we ever knew what that did. So every once in a while you'd go to take a shot, and you'd be like, why was my shot bad?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't those carrots do what they were supposed to do? We are saving you some heartache right now by telling you that is what that does. Like I said, this game is an enigma, and there are questions that are still unanswered because we don't know a lot about, like, the development cycle of this game.
They're like, we think it's an eyedropper model.
So
it's
someone
saying...
suggested to me that it was whiteout.
Mm-hmm.
So they, like, erase the carrots on the...
that it's just
on the
blocking out the slope, so
which
you don't
cute.
see it anymore. Either you see it better because it's eye drops, or it's white out and you're erasing them.
Yeah.
There are not a lot of power-ups, but there are a handful. Like Sean was saying, for basically the first... Oh, that sucked.
I should have known he was there.
Basically, like, the first 4 months or so that anybody was playing this game with us, there was a lot of debate about what any of the power-ups do, because there's no manual, because this was on the Satellaview. So there's just a lot of random guesswork, and there are still at least one that we aren't positive of.
We are reading chat. We've got it up because, like I said, it's a cozy game, and we've already, like, invalidated our speedruns, so we might as well just have a good time.
Yeah. Even when we do this as basically,
Unless you leave a snarky comment, in which case we're not reading chat.
And we don't care. Unless we do. Then maybe we'll make fun of you, too.
Here, I'm just gonna do, like, I don't ever do this shot. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's the shot I used to do all the time. One of the interesting things is that a ton of times you'll take completely different shots and you'll just end up in the same place because who knows?
Nice!
Yeah, that felt good. That looked like a great shot. The eagle?
That's an eagle.
Which, not super common on this hole.
Yep.
This is usually a birdie hole. Yeah, it just sort of exists. It's a really fascinating story.
I don't do anything.
He knows way more about it, so after he finishes his shot, I'll let you tell them the story of how this game was found.
If I don't need to, like, be talking about anything important, I can talk about that.
Ooh, heartbreaking.
Inconceivable, you're out. You're banned. You're not banned, don't worry about it. So, if you don't know anything about the Satellaview, I'm going to tell you something about the Satellaview. It was a peripheral for the Super Nintendo that was in Japan only. Not only was it in Japan only, but it was, like, mail order only. They didn't even, like, send it to retail stores. It was about $150, I think. Here,
And that's in $1985 or whatever.
95, but
95.
who's counting?
Sorry, yeah.
The Satellaview was kind of an interesting side project for Nintendo. They okay, so Saint Giga was a broadcasting company in Japan that had an established network. Their main thing that they did was they made like nature music, I guess is how it's described.
Sure.
Sort of atmospheric. Did he just knock
Yeah, he
me?
just knocked you over where you wanted to be.
What? A team player.
He really wanted you to make that birdie.
Stop talking about the Satellaview and play golf! So Saint Giga was a company that was making like, you know, they were basically like PBS, you know, they were broadcasting kind of like not like contemporary music. They were, you know, I really don't have a word to put it, but like nature music.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to even like wrap your mind around that
music.
being like a genre that someone would have a thing for. There was a recession in Japan in the 90s, and Saint Giga was going bankrupt. Nintendo bought a 20% share of the company, and do you care about hitting the timer at all?
Oh, sure.
And they decided to use that existing infrastructure in digital broadcasting in tandem with a video game peripheral. They were making the Virtual Boy at the same time, so they had their hands like in all sorts of different directions. They were like, yeah, this is a good idea.
I mean, like Nintendo often does. Like, they innovate and do weird things that nobody else is doing, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's one of the great things about Nintendo. Ooh. Wow. Wow. That...
It looks like a miracle. It's in the hole!
That was straight up amazing.
You still have to take a shot.
I know, but it's not going to be until that long jingle. You saw how long the jingle was for
Yeah, I had to demonstrate the jingle for everyone.
I have never seen a hole-in-one on that shot. That was incredible.
Hey, you got the anvil. We don't really know what the anvil does. We kind of have an idea.
Yeah, anvil's the one that we think does something. We think that it causes balls to not get knocked out of the way if you bump into them. But we aren't really sure.
Yeah, I think it like effectively makes your ball just weigh a ton.
Yeah.
So it can't be pushed.
But we are not sure. And I think that's the last one we don't know. The other ones we all feel pretty confident about.
Mm-hmm.
This is my pick for... This would be in my top 3 worst holes in the game. And it's because this opening shot, we are a long ways to the north. And in a second here, you're going to see you have to sneak past that milk carton and not hit those 2 arrows that are pointing northeast. Because if you do, you cry. I cry a lot on this hole. It makes me very sad. Because I wasn't paying attention to where you aimed it, so I'm extra screwed.
You just gotta feel the game.
I do. I'm either gonna bounce it off the milk jug, because I suck, or I'm gonna be too far to the northeast, and I'm gonna tag those arrows and end up in that coffee.
Yep, and the coffee will just drown you.
Well, I wanted to surprise him. I think probably about there. Oh my goodness, I made that shot. I failed that shot maybe 40% of the time.
And then he bumped you out of position.
It's alright, he set me up for the cheese strat. We recently discovered that there is about a pixel-wide gap behind the cheese. And if you can just barely hit it, you can go right across.
Like that, he tried.
Yeah, he tried to go behind the cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't do it.
It's an exhibition. I'm gonna show it off. Let's see. Oh, behind the cheese!
So that's actually really difficult to do. I'm not even going to, like, try to... you blocked me, too.
Yeah,
like, I can't even fault you for it.
I know.
Like,
Tap, tap. Yes!
I had to give it to you.
Eagle. No, like, the other day I was in a spot trying to do that. There's precision aiming, where you can move the cursor basically a pixel at a time. Even if you're in the right spot, a couple of days ago, wait, was it yesterday? Was it in our...
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. During our... We set a new world record yesterday.
This starting position sucks.
I tried to go behind the cheese, landed in the gap behind it and just fell to my death. Turned on precision aim, bumped over 2 pixels, and bumped the back of the cheese and fell off. And I was like, alright, one more time. And did 1 pixel and went right through, just like I just did. But there's no visual marker. There's no way to get a guess for where you're gonna go. You just have to be the ball.
Exactly.
You have to feel it.
I guess you could just do what they're doing, just go straight through.
Yeah.
I was trying to go the other way around and get in front of them, but the starting positions for this one.
Ooh, I almost got in a really bad spot.
You're
It's
usually
blue ball.
more to the lower left, which is a more safe place to get past that arrow. Because if you hit that arrow, you'll slam into the tape measure and then bounce out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that should be fine. Just there. Oh yeah, it's raining.
Oh, perfect.
So, yeah. I used those 8 M's of wind to get me there.
Books have really strange physics.
Yeah.
A lot of surfaces in this game have really mysterious physics.
I would be willing to argue that probably every different surface in this game has some kind of different physical property that's hard to explain.
Yeah.
Like the first hole in this course had like that pink paper that you never see anywhere else, and that's just like...
It's a mystery. Like,
yeah.
Ooh, you're behind the cup.
Do you want to know what happened to me there? I got blown by the wind.
Yeah, I saw.
So that was an exhibition of how wind can affect you.
Where are you now? Are you behind the cup?
I'm over
I
up
see
to the
you.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not where I
Full
usually
power.
am.
Go for it. Right off the coffee cup.
Yeah.
Oh, sunshine.
Oh, sunshine! Thanks, Dad, too.
Trying to speed up the
So
run for
sunshine
us.
is one of the other gifts. It will turn off the rain and cause it to dry out very quickly.
Very quickly.
Conversely, rain is a gift which will cause exactly the opposite situation. Yeah, I was sure I was going to hit you.
No, it's okay. I thought you were trying to hit me.
I kind of was. I was trying to decide between trying to curve it in or trying to just bump you closer or knock you into the ink so that I could laugh. When we used to play this casually, it was a lot of fun to just like knock each other's balls into things like ink or water traps. That's a sad day, Golf Dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Speaking of sad days.
That's what I get for trying to do it fast. I wanted to knock him out, but we do things like that a lot when we played this casually. Just, I'm sitting right next to the hole, but you know what? I don't even care if, we don't care about stroke count. I'm just gonna knock his ball right off the edge and take a little while aiming to do it. Now we just kind of do it when it either is useful or when we feel like memeing our run. That was an example of one of the worst shots you can make in the game. We're gonna get to watch in a moment.
Are you gonna tap him in?
No, I'm gonna leave him alone because I'm pretty sure I know what he's gonna do.
Okay. I thought you were gonna like try to wedge him in there so he like really didn't know what to do. But
Oh no, I think he's gonna do the thing that he usually does when he's over there. I
we'll
really
see.
hope he does.
Maybe they'll both go over there.
That would be so funny.
This is part of what running this is like, is you just kind of sit back and watch them do these things.
Oh, there you go.
sometimes.
Yeah, just knock it right out of bounds. That made shot. That makes sense as a shot, right?
Remember the second hole of the game where they just got an eagle and they were perfect? And now they're doing this? That's what running this is like. You almost set me up to jump.
I know.
If you can get a jump there, it's
do
pretty
it.
amazing.
Oh, do it. Come on.
He's gonna go back out.
Nope. He's gonna do what I love him doing. Just banging it into that toast over and over.
Oh, Dad, come on.
We're gonna watch Dad 2 do that for the rest of this hole.
Okay, I made it through the sausage gauntlet.
Sausage Gauntlet is not a bad name for a band. Sometimes they just get it stuck in their head like the fastest way for me to get to that place is to knock my ball right out of bounds over here. I'm gonna go into the toast.
Now he's going for it. And the other dad's gonna be like, now you're in my way, what am I gonna do?
Ooh, right past the end of the sausage.
Right on top of each other, he's gonna jump up.
Maybe he's gonna hit both of them. Oh, he might toast jump.
You can jump up over the toast, but
it's not viable. He stayed up and knocked other dad down. If you wonder why does anybody play this game, this is why. This is why I play it right here, to watch these guys do this.
Yeah. I took a shot that was I probably could have got in with one shot, but I took kind of like a safe shot to go kind of make sure I got around that tomato.
No, they're positive, like they can make it. I think I can get through it now.
Nope.
Sausage. I squeezed past one bit of the sausage. The sausages have very strange hitboxes, by the way. They are not straight rectangles that are rounded at the ends or anything. They seem to be like 3 squares put together. So sometimes you can hit like the nook between 2 squares and bounce out of the sausage in a weird direction. It's funny. Shrub Dryad? I'm glad you asked that question. That's exactly why we chose 2 dads, because our fan theory is that these dads have a rivalry of some kind.
Because sometimes we pair up Golf Dad with...
That was one of the worst shots I've ever seen here.
Yeah, it's real bad. Sometimes we pair up Golf Dad with Golf Mom 2. And we like to think that there's something going on there.
Yeah, there's some kind of illicit...
I might be behind that pencil.
Sausage Gauntlet would be a good name for a club.
Yikes.
Oof.
Yikes.
We are way too far north from my preferred shot on this hole. I am just gonna...
Just slam it through.
I'm just gonna get over here with you.
Well, thanks for being in front of me.
No problem.
I'm gonna knock you out of the way.
No problem. I'm not in front of you. You can, like, go straight
I gotta
through
get
those
around
arrows.
the pencil.
I think you're gonna miss the end of the pencil.
I think I'm behind that pencil.
I think you got it. Whoa! Well, I guess that's what he was doing. He showed us.
F's in the chat if I hit this pencil.
Oh! I'm sorry. Even though it doesn't speed anything up, we tend to mash the button while we're waiting for them to get done. It never helps, but...
In fact, it hurts because I broke our controller doing that.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, is he gonna go across the arrows? Is he gonna try to do it?
I hope he's gonna go for it.
Nope, safe shot.
Now he's in my way.
Sometimes they try to go across those arrows that blow you back in the other direction. Oh, look at all those Fs people are giving you in chat.
Yeah.
You deserved them. Oh, you even dodged him.
And came back. It's okay, he can't get through. But he's gonna try.
I believe this is one of the courses where you have the second place for world record, isn't it?
No, I think I have a third place in Dream World. Micro World?
Micro World.
I'm not sure. I think I have third place. I'm not particularly concerned about getting like the best times in individual courses. I was just doing that because I was practicing
for all courses.
Yeah.
And most of your first whoa! I have never seen you make that shot, but that was good.
Showing off the tape measure.
Yeah, we call that opening the way.
Yeah. You're already in.
Yeah, I'm already in.
Yeah, you've already accomplished the goal.
It's true. It has a lot of OBs. It happens a lot. Let's see. This hole has one of my favorite jumps, serial jump, where you go over the box, land on top of it, and roll down.
A shout out to Big Kong's Crunch there.
Big Kong's Crunch featured here all over the course. It has physics.
Yeah.
it will absolutely
you.
destroy your ball and knock you off course if you happen to get unlucky enough to hit it.
Yeah, the cereal, if you hit it at the right angle, it will just eat all your momentum. You'll kind of like hop over it.
I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try to get cereal jump in. Nope, hit the arrow.
Whoosh!
Whoa!
Yeah, right.
It is real hard to miss that arrow when the hole is over on this end.
Yeah.
We've
We've already established that he's a golf pro. Man, I can't even really like.
No, you can't really
knock
do anything.
So
Just
this is
try to jump him.
Yeah, I'm not even worried about
there
it.
you go. 8 holes, yeah. It is a strange choice for numbers. Well, that's what usually happens when you try to go over the arrows.
Yep. Oh, that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough.
Ooh.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I got us some sunshine though.
You're right in the spot where you need to be to...
It's gonna time out before it comes back to me.
I think it depends.
I think you're gonna hit that tomato. Ooh, maybe.
Okay. Or I'll curve way early for some reason. Yeah, okay. Run invalidated again.
It's fine.
It's such a long run, and it's so easy for that to happen to you on any given
I'm gonna go to the right. You can
set
go
of
to the
shots.
left.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do your right thing, and I'll try going to the left. It's real common for us to try to take different routes, just because
Spreading out.
spreading out is good.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Sometimes the AI sees me take that shot, like that looks good.
It
I
does
should get
seem
in
like
on
that's
that.
true. So I'm going to try to go up where they're going, because Golf Dad 1 is probably going to come up here too. That's true. A double negative makes a positive.
Yikes.
I caught the edge of the ink.
You did.
Um,
And now you're behind that book,
which is miserable.
and it is irrecoverable.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I am basically just out of this hole at this point because I got slowed down just a tiny bit too much.
But the AI will sometimes shoot over it just fine.
Yeah, see, like, he did, but...
But he also destroyed
destroyed.
Dad too. Oh no.
But it doesn't matter a ton because you're in a great position. This is the way you usually go. I can be in a garbage spot and it's okay. Also part of why we go in different directions so we don't bump into each other.
I take exception to these books that have ramps like glued to the top of them. At first I thought they were like clipboards when we first played this. And I was like, yeah, these clipboards, like, I'm on board. But then I realized they were
Okay,
books with ramps on them.
I'm gonna see if I can go across the ink. We've been debating whether or not you can go across the ink.
And now is the perfect time to
I
find
mean,
out.
why not? I'm already screwed.
Yikes.
Oh, that often happens when you're on top of the book if you aren't careful to. It is a much riskier strat, but it's a little faster if it works.
It's okay, he's not going anywhere, and...
Yeah. Yeah. I'm probably just going to sink into the ink here, and you'll get to see what that looks like, but we'll find out if you can power over. Nope.
Hope it gives you another shot.
No, then hand it back
Just
to me, just in case.
Just to penalize you for your hubris. Okay, is he gonna do it this time?
Oh yeah, he'll probably do the same. Oh no, he decided to not be on top of the
He's
book.
out. Yeah.
Knock his way down. It is going to give me another shot. Stupid Dad 2. Oh no, okay, good.
Hole 8. I do not have a set way to play this. This is one of the circumstances where there's too much variation in where the end hole can be.
Mm-hmm. It's there's basically like the whole bottom south end of the screen is like a big long ellipsis for where the hole can be.
And
Yeah, what kind of ink is it?
it's disappearing.
That was part of why I wanted to. Yeah, that's part of why I wanted to go in the ink so you guys could see the marble madness action.
So you can either go left or right here, and
Both are miserable.
yeah, I'm sure that someone will figure out a perfect shot, like a way to hit the arrows in a way that is going to get you there every time. More power to them. I haven't figured it out.
Except that you can't, because your start position
Also changes
all across this line that's up here.
Yep. Go for the sausage bounce.
Okay.
Sausage bounce.
This sausage is one of the ones that I was talking about where it's like, oh, that time it behaved.
Yep.
Sometimes you hit the sausage at that angle where absolutely it should knock you to the right. And instead, it knocks you back up toward the toast. Or up in the other direction off of it, going to the northwest. And the only thing that I can assume there is that there are just rectangle or squares that are making up this rectangle, and there are little angles in it that'll knock you off in a weird direction, and it's miserable.
No! Sorry.
It happens.
I just disgraced myself. That is the price you pay for not moving the camera.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was a terrible
Yeah, unfortunately,
shot.
I'm not... Ooh, jump him. Jump him.
Oh, you're right.
Jump him.
Oh.
Always
This
jump
might
him.
be amazing. Oh, it was amazing. Oh, in the coffee? No.
You're safe.
The coffee has the same exact physics as the ink.
Over the cereal box.
Oh, that was an amazing shot, too. I've never seen them get there in 2 like that.
Nope. Like I said, they are just...
They're on fire today.
Yeah.
Of course they would be, you know.
But again, like yesterday, we set the world record, so whatever.
That's what I said. Like, that's what we were talking about yesterday.
We got them, they get us, it's fine.
Then I was like, well, we just used up all our luck just now. Tomorrow, we're just going to look stupid.
Yeah.
All of our shots are going to be bad.
I mean, like, I stand by the opinion that...
There's not much you can do to control it. Okay, I'm gonna move it. See, it's kind of painful.
Good.
I have to do something like this. Actually, I think I'm gonna do that.
You're gonna get coffeeed. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah. That's where I wanted to be.
A little squiggle action. Sorry I naysayed you.
It's okay. I deserved naysaying. It was a shot that I've literally never made. Ooh, right into the coffee! It's true. That was...
I love it. I love when he does that, like, multiple times in a row.
Yeah, that's great. That was part of why we decided to take the 2 dads, because we hoped their rivalry would spur them on.
Yep. You just experienced English physics.
Yeah. That ball arc is something else, man. Oh, man, I'm behind on all the splits today.
It doesn't matter, like, you're gonna have to wipe them out when we're done anyway. This is invalid.
It's true, like, I think only smiling was a valid hole so far. This is Forest Ruins. We argue that this is the hottest track in the game. Some people make an argument, Junkyard Dave makes an argument for Micro World, right? With its funky bass line.
Yeah.
Which we didn't even talk about its funky bass line.
We were just too busy golfing. There was no time to stop and admire that Geddy Lee style bass riff.
Mm-hmm. Big Kong's Crunch sounds delicious. Forest Ruins, its main gimmick is like a lot of ruins, obviously, and jungle-themed stuff, and these statue heads that are moving back and forth to be your obstacles. Yeah, that's what I kind of wanted, to just like ruin their shots.
Yeah, I'm behind this wall for sure, so...
Go up and just do like a hard right. Or go up that way, yeah. Yeah. That was
I think I just went OB. Nope.
Sometimes you are clearly out of bounds and across the fence, and the game doesn't care. It just says that's fine. Other times, was it also yesterday during our run?
I don't know if it was during the actual run, but it did happen yesterday.
Yesterday I smacked into a fence and was clearly still on the course, and it was like, you're out of bounds.
Yep.
We're just like, okay, whatever. What are you gonna do?
I'm like so far out of
Yeah,
bounds
you're
that
not
I
in a
just
good
needed
spot.
to.
Yeah. But that means that I am in a pretty okay spot, probably to. Maybe I won't ruin his day. There's a thing between me and him now.
Do a loop around.
That's what I'm gonna try to do. Yeah.
Ooh. Looks good.
It does look good every time. Except when it looks horrific because you ricochet in a weird direction and go flying off.
Yep.
Good job. A nice shot.
nice, clean, safe shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
There is nothing wrong with the programming of this game.
Talking about the programming of this game, I think it feeds back into how this game was made available.
Oh, okay.
We talked about being on the Satellaview. If you don't know what that means, it means that you had to not only own the peripheral to have hooked up to your Super Nintendo, you had to pay a monthly subscription fee to Nintendo and St. Giga. You had to
buy one of the blank cartridges.
Yeah, because they were like a RAM cartridge that you saved games into. And then, the reason why this game is so obscure, aside from the other things we've already mentioned, is that the Satellaview did these things called, like, broadcasts.
Yeah.
Where basically it was like, for this month, this is the unique broadcast. This is the game that you can download. And this is what we're advertising or whatever. So, for 1 month in, I want to say May 1995.
Yeah, I think it was May.
This was the game. And if you had the Satellaview...
You saw me just bounce over that pebble.
Yeah, the pebbles will eat your momentum and make you just...
and it ruined me because I accidentally set him up for a great shot.
Yeah. Whatever I was saying about the Satellaview. I hit a pebble too.
That you pay a subscription fee, you got it for a month.
So, within that 1 month period, it's the game, you download it, you can play it. That would seem fine there. Oh, you're gonna go for it?
Yeah.
Ooh, both destroyed. Mutual destruction.
At least I took care of him, so he's not right there to get a great shot.
Not only was it only available for that month, but also... Yeah, F-Zero had a thing.
Yeah, and like the Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, the Zelda one that's been featured.
That they featured a couple of times this week.
Not only was it only available for that period of time, but it also has a set number of plays that are hard-coded into the download, so that the maximum number of times you could play that game is 5. After you've booted it up 5 times... It says, you can't play this game anymore, go download it again. But if you're past the point of the broadcast of that 1 month, you can't download it anymore because it's no longer available.
Yeah. And then there were like a few weeks where it got featured again, where there's like, yeah, this is the game again. That sucked.
Yeah, so this game was available in Japan on a peripheral for the Super Nintendo for 1 month. And then a couple weeks, and 1 week, I think. And that's it. And they didn't do a particularly good job of preserving what they were doing. So a lot of the Satellaview games are lost.
Yeah. This one only exists because somebody still had at least one play of it
on their RAM carts.
And it just got found.
In emulation, you can set the trigger for plays to...
infinite.
Yeah, you can just tell it to just keep resetting it every time you start the game. But it does mean that, like, from a hardware standpoint, this game is not playable. Like, it's not possible to run it off of original hardware because it will just go bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But anyway, so this game somehow got found and was brought into emulation. I don't know how long before it got like put up as a ROM somewhere before we found it. And
Oh, it had been up for a while. Like, it wasn't a new thing, but
that was a good shot. Getting around that sand is tough.
You can't tell where I am, but I'm somewhere over there.
You're right by the Moai head.
Yep. Exactly.
I'm sad that they didn't do the thing they tried to do. Sometimes they try to smash through the out of bounds that goes straight to the hole. Like the exact direction my cursor's pointing now. They try to go through there sometimes. And then they just slam into each other over and over and over to try to get through. I'm right in front of you. That's where you are.
Yep. Yeah, BS Zelda, they like actually have done things with it to kind of sidestep the problems. I'm just gonna hit you. There's no point in me trying to like shoot around you.
No, that was gonna be impossible to do. I apologize for being in front of you directly.
Yeah.
I have a mostly straight shot. I think
you got like a bit of left.
Yeah. That's fine. Oh, I'd already accounted for it.
Yeah, so that feeds
True
into,
story.
That feeds into my opinion about this game is that there are a lot of things that you're like, well, that's not how physics should work, and I'm a little upset about it.
Like how far you went in the grass just now, because you can't tell where you are in the grass.
It also would have been slower for me to go in.
It's true.
Because we got the par animation.
Yep.
But like for how this game was released, for like that stupid little limited window that was available, honestly, the amount of time I've spent playing this game, I'm kind of impressed with it.
For sure. For what it is, like it's a really, I mean, it's not great as like a, it's not like a serious game, obviously. Like it is a very
I'm serious about it.
You are. It is a tongue-in-cheek, like ridiculous take on mini golf. Like we were saying, half of the time when we played it casually as a team play, we just spent most of it like slamming into each other's balls and knocking them off into out of bounds, laughing about it. Exactly, right? But then you go download it again if you were a big fan and play it 5 more times.
Go buy more cartridges and just have them stored up.
Forever, yeah.
But you know, like it's weird to think that like that's where the technology was in 1995, like the burgeoning era of downloadable content.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we can't just make this game be available forever because people will just steal it. So we got to do something about it. And that was their solution. I hit a pebble.
You also hit a face.
Yeah. And you saw me like do a little curly cue after I hit the face because if you put English on the ball and you hit an object, that English affects the shot and it will keep affecting the shot if you keep hitting more surfaces.
Yeah. Oh, it is straight up fun, Dryad. If you want to play just a really light mini golf game that you can play 4 players in emulation, this is a great pick. Yeah, I didn't make it around. I didn't think I would. But I am somehow in that Moai head.
What a jerk. Oh.
Yeah, that is awful. This is another hole where it is not super uncommon for your run to die. And sometimes they do that.
Yeah.
Where they jump over the bricks, and yeah, sure. Do what you gotta do. Okay, and I was behind the Moai head that I just passed through.
There's no shot for me to take where I am. I'm just going to lose momentum and just sit.
Yep, you're in bad shape.
So don't worry about it.
Just do full power, full
Nothing
top spin.
to see here.
Go. Oh, that was actually better than I thought it was going to be.
If you end up in the path of that head, you'll have to wait for it to come back and hit your ball out of the way before it turns over to the next player.
I keep hoping that it's going to happen, and it hasn't.
And it's pretty disappointing from a speedrun perspective of being like, oh.
See, and like right now, I kind of have to wait for the head, or I might bounce off its face.
That's pretty presumptive of you being able to get through.
Right.
You're in his way, though.
You were right.
You're right.
Like that.
I'm pretty sure they don't take into account the heads.
No, I think they only know where the hard physical objects are.
Oh, jerk. Constantly being in my way.
That's how Golf Dad does it.
Yeah.
He's a pro.
Jump over that pebble.
No. Stop trying to egg me on
No!
to really bad shots.
It's an exhibition.
It is theoretically possible to jump that pebble and go over the single block on that wall there.
Yep.
We've seen it happen once. I have never even attempted it. We one time saw them
Inexplicably jump over like the
over the start
wall.
place by going over a pebble.
Yeah. Also, as best I can tell, this game was developed by Messiah, who is a Japanese company that made about 60-some games that I'm aware of. I hit a pebble immediately.
Yeah, that was bad.
Sucks. I think maybe one came to the US, so they're not a company that you should be aware of if you're not in Japan. I think this is their only golf game that they made. So, again, for...
Making only one game of the genre. Oh, you ruined his shot.
I hope so. I hope he thought about where my ball was and went, I'm gonna go to the right of it. I'm gonna pass him.
To my shots, but let's see.
Oh, don't slam into me.
Rain.
Kissed
Tapped
it.
you, yeah.
Yeah.
Thought I was gonna skirt right past you for a second and be where I wanted.
Um,
I was trying to hit those arrows pointing down.
The game can soft lock on this hole.
It could have. We've passed several places where the game likes to soft lock occasionally, which is one of the other reasons that a 2-hour-long run sucks. Because if the ball just hits the wrong thing, it'll just keep bouncing or keep bumping into the wall. Ooh.
That's how you do it.
Ooh.
Ended
up in exactly the wrong place.
They don't know that.
I mean, that was fast. That's where he wanted to be, not where the hole is. Oh, actually, you don't have a terrible line to the hole. You just have to go through the rough. I'm gonna do that.
You immediately hit a pebble. Yeah. Hey, welcome over to this side of things.
This is exactly where... Oh, actually, you might be able to jump me now and get to a better place. He's gonna try to jump me. Well, I guess not, because he's gonna go after me. Okay. I think that was better than going the long way that I'm gonna have to take.
This is another hole where there's really not a set strategy as far as I'm concerned, because it can be on either end of this sort of dog bone shape at the end.
Missed it.
Ooh, penalized.
The worst. Oh, that's terrible.
So you can kind of go down to the left or over the right again, but you can't predict where the hole is going to be.
He did what I was trying to do.
Sure. And it looked pretty good.
Yep.
Oh, I should have bumped that. This is just whatever. I'm just gonna get over.
You're in a bad spot, yeah. That's okay. Would have been nice to stay up, but...
Shanked it. Just full power.
Dude, I don't know. I've never been in this spot before. You heard me kind of rattle against that post for a second? I could have just laid there and rattled against it forever, and the game would have soft blocked. It's okay. Coming up that slope is hard. But
Ready
you're right
to go.
there. Yeah. And apparently they're just gonna be bad for a change. Sure. Try that. No. Getting through the rough and up the slope is real hard to do.
In the rain.
Yeah. If you overpower it, you just shoot across and fly. And if there's wind, it's real bad. There's not right now, so...
Yep.
2 over is terrible. This is a slow hole. Things like that happen sometimes. Exactly why I didn't use more power a second ago is because sometimes you hit that hole and the physics cause you to fly for no reason. What we think is happening there is that the holes aren't like pillars, that they're kind of tubes that are like a little open on the edges to help you fall in. So we think sometimes you start to go into it, and then you come up the other side of the hole and shoot up a ramp, which is absolutely absurd, and is another one of the things that just make this game ridiculous, and it's why it's both great and terrible.
You can get a hole-in-one in this hole, and not in the rain, though.
Yeah.
In the rain, like, I think what we did was about the best you can possibly.
Yeah. I've never gotten anywhere near the hole in this rain, past where we are right now.
It's also... try to guess where the ball is going to go up any of these slopes that are all different angles.
Oh, yeah. This one is going to be great.
Theoretically, it's pointing at the hole.
Directly at the hole, theoretically.
But, like, look at, like, where it is in relation to the hole. And then, yeah, it was a great
Perfect.
shot. Yeah.
So, like, anytime you're trying to gauge... Because, like, if you weren't going right at the hole, if you were on some other one where you're aiming at, like, one of the presents, you have to, like, point your cursor well to the left or the right of the package sometimes if you're trying to do that.
You're already in.
Yeah, sorry. And even then you'll miss it. Like, there are places in this game where I, like, maybe 20% of the time hit the gift that I'm trying to aim at when I'm trying to come up a slope like that.
You just have to believe.
It's true. Be the ball. This hole, you get to do this first little jump. In the rain, it's okay if you land on those arrows over there because they slow you down enough that they don't... because the water slows you down enough that you don't shoot out of bounds. If it's not raining and you land on them, you disappear and die. I don't think we're in a good position to land on them right now.
You do what you gotta do, bro.
Oh, I'm not gonna try to. I'm gonna do what we usually do, the shot that you just made. But every so often, you land on the other side, or land on top of that wall, which is at least kind of possible.
You gotta do an ollie. Not close.
I mean, I was mostly trying to just be where you were.
Jump! Jump us!
Safety, block, Golf Dad 2. Golf Dad.
Ooh, alright.
The rivalry.
Okay. I got around that arrow. If you hit that arrow, you slam into the wall and go backwards, and it's awful.
Yeah.
I'm real happy with where I am. You can use more power and go past me.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, because the slope will push you down towards... Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I think you probably have a pretty straight shot right now.
The hole can be up north behind that arrow that's pointing left.
That's always miserable.
That's pretty bad. It's just
real hard to gauge that shot.
You kind of like go between the wall and that pillar and try to not hit the bumpers as you're lining up for the hole. But you can see what he's talking about, where it's theoretically possible to go down the southern area.
And come across to be where he just completely missed his shot from. He should have had a... Oh! That's why he's Golf Dad. Because he can jump over 2 balls, still land in the hole, look like a champ.
Groom his mustache.
Man, I wish that was his emote.
Just pulls out a little comb.
One of the questions I've been saving to ask you for this specific event. Whose emotes are your favorite? Or do you never pay attention to their emotes?
I have never really looked at them.
I always watch their emotes when they make good shots or bad shots.
Yeah.
Next time you get your ball in the... Anytime it gets their ball in the hole, pay attention to what their little character does. Or if they, like, knock their ball out of bounds, pay attention to what their little emote is.
Yeah.
Because they're all different.
Yep. Which, again, the level of detail for a game that was released the way it was...
And available for, at most, 2 months, if you include the weeks that it was featured again in the future. How did I hit that?
You didn't. Not only that, but you're kind of blocking me where I was going.
I know, that was not a good situation. I think you'll be okay, though. Yeah. Yeah, it's really impressive that they all have different emotes. I hope we get to see more of the sad emotes because they're my favorites. I'm not going to bother to move the camera because that's slow, so I'm just going to guess.
You knocked me out of position. Thanks.
You're welcome.
This is another thing that makes doing this run challenging.
You're
in each other's way.
Did he go over the pebble or did he go over the edge of the head?
I've given up trying to understand.
Literally every time. Wow, that was a great putt. I put you right in position.
You did.
What are you talking about? You were talking smack about my shot?
He shot through the arrows.
I know. There's not a gift over here anymore, is there?
No, he got it.
Shirk.
It's the whiteout. He's gonna ignore these slopes.
That's actually gonna ruin him, probably. I don't think they take that one into account. I guess he did, maybe?
Who knows? He did something.
I'm not a golf guy, so I don't know who Walter Hagen is. I'm sorry.
He might not even be a golf guy.
It's possible. He may be just trolling me. Oh, that's a good shot, Dad, too. Oh, I don't know if whiteout also ignores the hill slope.
It does not.
It might. It shoots. Yeah, it shouldn't.
All it does is it ignores those carrots.
That was 8, wasn't it?
Yeah. Here we go.
This is Seaside. Seaside 1 is hit or miss.
And then I will miss what I'm trying to hit.
Oh, are you gonna go for the wall jump?
Yikes.
I hate it when they do that.
Might as well.
Yeah, go for it. Like, so he's gonna try to hit these arrows over here, but the slopes in between. Great. The ramp didn't give you enough height.
I caught like the left edge of the arrow, and so yeah.
Didn't get quite enough speed. Going over the arrows, it matters how much of the red arrow you go over. The actual box of the arrow is kind of a suggestion. No, that's not the worst. Ooh, I almost stuck on the slope there, which can happen. Sometimes you'll see somebody's ball go up a slope and then come back down, but kind of like stop in the middle.
Ooh, the juggle.
Juggle is actually probably good for us. This is another one of the gifts that can just...
Nope.
Nothing happened.
Juggle can end a run.
Yeah, juggle can absolutely end your run. You can be in the lead the whole time, no problem whatsoever, and it's probably about 80. No, it's too much. And there again, I caught like a whole bunch of air. You can be real close to the end of your run, hit a gift, and it juggles whose ball is whose. You can have one of you set up to go in the cup, and everybody else is all the way back, or two of them are all the way back. Nice. Exactly what I wanted.
Yep.
Oh, my sad emote. Oh.
When are you gonna cosplay as that cat?
I probably won't. I figured we'd look silly if we cosplayed as the cats.
This hole is terrible because it's really hard to gauge how to get around this corner. Okay, we're safe.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah, not hitting. Oh, well,
and they're ruined.
And you've ruined me. But that's fine.
Yeah.
So you see how short Death Putter is for sure here. You saw it happen earlier, but
blocked.
That was as hard as he could hit that ball. I'm gonna try to squeak past him, but I'm probably gonna land in the water. water because you really can't do this. Ooh, yep. I thought I might stick it for a second.
Ooh.
Having a ball there just makes it almost impossible. Okay, yeah. I didn't know that much stuff about Walter Hagen. Obviously, I didn't know who he was, so,
Made this a learning experience.
yeah.
We're all learning and growing together.
The only golf facts that I looked up for this run were...
Now you are definitively blocked.
I know. I'm gonna try to jump in and see if I can do anything there.
Ooh.
Oh, I hit the arrow! Okay, the arrow almost always kills you and knocks you out that little gap in the fence to the north there.
Up. Again, try to guess, like, the angle of that slope leading up to this hole.
And you will be wrong.
Yeah.
Like, very much so. They're never wrong. They know exactly where it is.
It was a little wrong.
Full. Okay.
Trying to pop him in again,
in.
weren't you?
I was. You know, I want to be a team player. I want to help him out. Golf
Help him
Dad.
out.
Golf Dad showing you the way that you are supposed to play this hole every time.
This is kind of a boring hole, so there's not really a whole lot to talk about here. So you know what I think you should do?
What's that?
You should hit us with an Arnold Palmer fact.
Do you want your favorite Arnold Palmer fact, or you want to learn a new one?
Surprise me.
Okay. Let's see. Did you know that Nike released sneakers that were called the LeBronald Palmers, named after Arnold Palmer and LeBron James?
I did not know. Seems like a very niche audience. That's like a Snapple Cat fact.
It was. Yeah, let's go do that. It really sucks to not fall off of this cement bit on your first shot.
Because you lose momentum whenever you change elevation if you drop off a thing. So
Yeah.
your second shot would just be terrible and
Yeah.
you'd be behind.
You lose a ridiculous amount of momentum. It happens every so often, mostly in the rain. Because you don't... your English doesn't do very much in the rain. That was a really nice shot until you hit that palm tree. But maybe that palm tree set you right up. I don't know.
I should have worn my LeBronalds.
Yeah. Good. Didn't hit him.
Yep.
That was like solely my goal there, not to run into him and knock him right over by the hole.
So the slope leading up to the hole is actually incredibly difficult to judge where you're supposed to go. I've stopped bothering and I just hit the ball over there. It's just...
That's good.
You can see it's
You
like...
see it like, yeah, kind of cross hatches and
Yeah.
wiggles you.
Oh! Put us
Oh!
both
Dad
in.
too. He's happy about it, even though
It's a
he
double
helped
birdie.
you out. Okay, now I just want to hit the ball because I don't really want to go in.
That's usually what happens when you approach it, is you just breeze past it.
Yeah.
Even if you're like... from
Even
the
if you're really
top.
paying attention to it. Like, he was trying to get in and he failed it. There you go. LeBronald. I kid you guys not. Look him up. At least that is if the Arnold Palmer facts page that I read was
The
accurate
wiki.
information. Which I guess is not a 100%.
Some guy just runs ArnoldPalmerFacts.com.
Let's see. I think this hole sucks because you're gonna see both of the golf dads do this thing where you aim straight at the hole and they're just gonna bounce over the top of each other on their way there. You can all go that direction. Oh, is it soft lock?
No.
Is it gonna happen?
No, he'll get there eventually.
Is it gonna happen?
No.
Look at how much this slows your run down when it happens. There you go. That's physics. That's the physics. I am so glad.
Meanwhile, I could have taken my shot 4 times over.
I am so glad that that happened for us live in this thing.
And he missed the shot.
But if you all go that way, you're just like, yes, hit him, bounced off him, and back in. If you all do that, like, the person who's at the very back just bounces over all 4 balls. Then happens again far enough along. And time. Half the time when I try the shot that I did, where you try to swing around the palm tree going over the ramp, I smack into the palm tree and then feel stupid. It happens to you maybe like 10% of the time, something like that, but...
I only go for it depending on our starting position.
Yeah, you have a pretty good feel for which starting position to do it.
I think that's one of the easiest holes in the game. I think this is not one of the easiest holes in the game. I don't actually have a consistent shot for it, and I've been doing something kind of random here.
Yeah.
This is probably just going to fail and look stupid, but... Alright, well,
That's
whatever.
fine.
Yeah.
More of that anvil action. Maybe somebody will smack into you, and we'll see if you move very far. Seem like you got moved. Maybe it's only your ball, though. Like...
You could slam into me and find out.
I would prefer to not do that. I'm gonna try to get all the way up, but I probably won't. Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Right in your way, though. That's nice. Very occasionally, the CPU players decide to be vindictive right there and just, like, smack you off into the void so that you die.
I don't think that they're so much vindictive as they...
Just trying to make a weird shot, but it happens to go through you.
They're trying to jump you. Sorry.
I mean, at least you put me in his way, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm not in a worse position for my shot.
I tried to hit you up the hill.
I know. Sometimes, that's the... Yeah, he tried to do that. Sometimes the fastest thing you can do is just help each other.
Jump me!
I do not know that I would be able to jump you there.
You should have jumped
No,
me.
I did not catch enough of that arrow.
I would have jumped me.
I'm pretty sure it would have just caused both of us to die. I might get around this corner and get down to that hole in a reasonable... Okay, yeah, that's better. The pyramids suck, because there's no way to know what's going to happen to you when you go over them. That's definitely going to hit that wall. I'm going to do that. If I'd done hard curve, I might have landed in that hole.
Blocked. Jump me. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, probably like that. There we go.
I have often been told that this is like Kirby's Dream Course.
Yeah. But I've never played it. Very occasionally this hole sucks a lot because this first corner. Most of the time it's okay. Like you want to hit that little bit of fence there so you don't drop down into the sand. But depending on where your starting position is, getting a good judge for how to cross this angle to make that happen can be tough. Down in the sand.
Yeah.
But only because you hit his ball happening to sit in your way. Which is the other reason it sucks, because very quickly everyone is sitting in exactly that one spot. Come on, Golf Dad, show me what you got. Ooh. Let's see if I can do slightly better. I think I'm going to try to be right there. I'm going to go like that. Nice. I was afraid for a second I was going to drop through that pixel-wide gap between the fences.
Too bad.
I don't know. I don't have room for one golf game in my life. We will probably at some point play that. Just because people tell us all the time, hey, you guys like this, play that.
Yeah.
But like our thing is kind of playing niche games. Like that's what we do on our channel most of the time. Play like ROM hacks and things that are...
That's what led us to this.
Yeah. Great! Sometimes you do that and you just knock them right up and set them up for a great shot.
Looking at the dates, it's entirely possible that the games were developed at literally the same time. It's hard to say that one stole from the other or anything like that.
This is the fence where I went out of bounds, isn't it? That one that you just bounced off of over there? Like right where Golf Dad hit it?
I'm not sure.
I think it is.
This is a fence where you can soft lock the game.
Yeah.
So, ideally don't do that.
It would be nice. I know. I just wanted to give you the opportunity to show off your ability to jump my ball and land in the hole, just like Golf Dad can do.
Well,
no, not a jump.
Did
deflect.
not show off that ability.
I should be fine though. There's no appreciable slope there.
No.
Probably like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, that happens a lot. You will occasionally see somebody hit their ball. It'll clearly be on the opposite side of an object, and then it'll somehow be on the other side of the object again. Occasionally you'll slip underground textures, and then pop out the other side of them. There's a lot of janky stuff happening in this game. That's all there is to it. And it's a lot of its charm. It's like a lot of why we play it, just because it's funny. Almost every time we do a run, we get to yell, like, what just happened? I've never seen something like that happen before. Clip it.
It may look like we're kind of like just taking a garbage shot, but this is actually lined up fairly well.
Ooh, that's a bad shot.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe it's okay. He's just gonna go straight down the arrows. Because that's the way physics work.
Yep.
Oh, man. I love and hate this game so much. It's, like, so ridiculous and stupid. Close. The best thing, too, right now is Sean has no idea if he's actually clear of that fence.
Yeah, so not
So he has to shoot all the way over to the side.
Go around and just make a bad safety shot.
And like that's another spot where he could have just theoretically done that forever and soft locked.
Typically, the things that cause soft locks the most are something that's forcing the ball to move into a solid object, and it keeps forcing it in, and it just like doesn't know what to do. The moving sand is particularly problematic.
Yeah. Yeah, back in Forest Ruins, like 4 or whatever it was, where there was that, like, kind of L shape of sand that we had to cross to get to the hole. Several times we've had a run die there because somebody's ball got caught on the sand and then hit one of those statues that was standing on the edge. It just never stops bouncing. We didn't get to do our Dreamland jump, so we'll get to show off one of our stupid strats for this game. Oh, yeah, that's how... He didn't get stuck on the end. He bounced off to the side.
Yeah.
We have some stupid jump strats where we tell each other to set up the jump. Set us up the jump. Now we'll see if Golf Dad takes you up on that jump.
Yeah, he might. He might
Every
not.
so often.
He did.
Oh, yep. He was like, that looks like a good way to go to me. And so he took it. The very first time we tried this jump strat, Golf Dad did that, and it killed our run.
Yikes.
Because that was what happened to me.
Yeah.
Because he put you out of position.
Yep.
In theory, you do that jump and you land over next to the hole on the green, and you do this as a birdie, which is absurd. Because it is 100% a 4 par. Oh, that was a heck of a shot, though. Get out of here!
Had enough of this cat.
I don't want to see that stuff in here. Okay.
You do a low power.
Yeah, and then do a backspin. Yeah. Or, go to the right direction, but whatever. I'm in about the same place.
You're in there.
Been. I mean, I might have a line that goes pretty...
I might be behind this fence.
Yeah, I can't tell. Just go. Just go for it.
There we go.
He's in the hole.
We have made 83. This is our 83rd speedrun attempt in team play mode. We have completed 3.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's just really hard.
Yeah, when we set the rules for the category,
Wow.
That was rugged.
I somehow jumped over that hole. Sure.
Okay, whatever.
Just pounded into that fence. You tried to slip through the sprites.
No, I just, invalidated.
Well, it was already over. Oh, we're going to sudden death. So we're showing off sudden death mode now.
Yeah.
Because we both have the same score, we get to start over before we can move on to the next course, which is extra penalizing.
Our first world record attempt, we had or our first successful world record,
yeah.
We had a sudden death course, and we were so unhappy about it that we then decided we weren't even going to post that world record. We were going to grind out a second one and post that.
It was pretty shameful to
It
go
was
to sudden
bad.
death.
Yeah, just go straight.
Theoretically, you could realize that's happening and intentionally lose just to, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I wasn't even paying attention to it just now. We were talking about things and I wasn't thinking about, what our score was.
Yeah, neither was I. Because we don't usually do this much commentary because, we usually have, 2 people watching our...
what the hell is this golf game?
Why are you guys playing this? So we're usually paying, a lot more attention to the game and a lot less attention to tell people what's happening in this game. Oh, I thought I had a line past the edge of that.
Yeah, it certainly looked like you did.
Alright.
Try to figure out where that wall is, what is visually happening there. Because you can see that you can get up on top of it. Yeah, we're playing all courses, and the main goal is one of the 2 of us has to get in every hole before it times us out.
I have advocated for a win percent, where you have to win every hole in the game just to make it impossible.
It's not... Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were going to say win every course.
No.
Winning every course
Every
is not that bad.
single hole you have to win, because that would be impossible. And also a lose percent, where you let them do it.
Yeah.
We don't have a command set up for it.
Is there not a command to, just see who the current streamer's channel is? I thought that might be the thing they have.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, just take the shot. Take the shot!
It's just twitch.tv overly critical gamers. All one word, all lowercase. They won sudden death, so we lost the course, but we don't care about that.
Yeah, we gotta move on with our lives.
I've also advocated for lose percent, where they win every hole, but you still manage to get your ball in the cup. Oh, there you go. There's a link to us.
Yeah, we've already invalidated this run. Like the second hole in this attempt was a failure. So that shows you how we were very prepared and it already like fell apart so quickly. This is Future and it's the worst.
Yeah, Future's terrible. Future 1 is pretty miserable. Getting around this first like dog leg here is nasty.
Especially in team play mode where you've got other people getting in your way.
Sean usually is able to get into a good position. Wow. Okay, I thought he almost screwed you.
Yeah, he tried to destroy me.
He's got a straight line through there, though. Sean usually has an okay position because, well, that was not a great position. I might have a line through.
I think it doesn't really matter. Like,
it doesn't.
If you aim for either of the other slots, they'll just knock you out of the way.
Yeah. Good.
See, he saw you and he was like, that looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into it.
It's real hard to get around this little dog leg.
Okay, sure.
That was the slope reacting, interestingly.
Yeah.
It happens.
Future's thing is that you can't feasibly jump out of bounds because they've got hard edges, whereas all the other courses in the game have like fences that you kind of go OB or bounce off the fences, but you can like kind of jump over things.
Yeah.
You can't really make many jumps in Future. You can kind of jump over those like translucent yellow blocks, but that's about it. You can play it with 4 players, but you'd all be using one controller, unless someone like hacks into the code and makes a 4-player mod.
And if you did, we would love you.
I'd appreciate it.
It'd be really cool to be able to play this online with other people, because like it would be really interesting to have like a team category for this game where it was stroke count for live players.
Yeah.
We would both love to see that thing happen. Okay, I thought I was clear
You hit
of
the
that.
same wall that I hit.
Whoosh!
But you still got over there just fine.
Whoosh! I don't know what he's gonna do. Those 2 arrows are deceptive. They will 100% screw you. Almost every time I've hit them, I've landed directly in that 3-square hole there. The one really nice thing about Space is you can see the grid system here.
Yeah.
And that makes it a lot easier. So you can kind of get a gauge of how far you are away from the hole actually. I'll just go ahead and sync it, who cares?
Oh yeah, you noticed the wind in space, did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are the solar winds. There are not a lot, there are only a couple of places where you jump in space, but I have on occasion caught some solar wind and just flown off into nothingness while I was trying to go across a jump.
Right, so
And
I was trying to
real mad.
I was trying to finish my thought about how like usually
go ahead.
you can't jump over the walls in Future, but sometimes you will catch a magic pixel and you're just out of there.
Good job.
This
is the worst hole.
I think this is the
no,
third worst.
Sorry, this isn't the one I thought it was.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. We haven't talked about the pegs and their lack of obvious physics.
Mm-hmm. And this is one of Space's gimmicks, these pegs.
I don't know.
Oh, everybody's gonna get around them except for me. Watch this fail.
You'll hit them, and it seems to just kind of bounce you off at a random angle if you hit them.
This double slope here is also especially miserable.
Yeah, about figuring out where you're supposed to aim the shot.
And if you don't use full top spin there, you
just lose your momentum.
Just don't go down because you lose literally all of your momentum.
And you just end in that little ball pit down there, and then it's just like you're at a Chuck E. Cheese.
It is occasionally a thing that happens in the middle of a run. If you like want to go watch our like runs that we've done over the last forever now.
We've been playing this game for about 6 months.
Yeah, something like that. You'll see that every so often, all 4 of our balls end up in that little space right where his ball is going to end up, and you'll just see all 4 of us sitting there going, "Well,
here we are.
None of us got around that first corner."
Yep. I don't know. Just go around.
Oh, good shot. That was a good shot.
A lot of bouncing, but we got out of there.
So in relation to what we were talking about way earlier, he helped you out.
Did.
Set you up with a great line.
Yeah, he's a pal.
See if I can do the same thing.
Making up for how he killed the run
I'm actually
immediately.
gonna way underpower this just so that I don't accidentally like blast him off into nowhere. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to hit him. Man, what was I starting to say?
I
forgot.
I,
Oh well,
I
doesn't
generally
matter.
don't know.
I'm sure it didn't matter.
Yeah.
If you were paying attention to me and you cared, go ahead and ask me to finish the thought and tell me what it was.
F's in chat for the commentary. Oh, I moved the camera. I took a
Failure.
penalty.
Ooh. Maybe at some point we'll show off the worst thing you can accidentally do.
No, don't.
You don't want to show the button of shame.
No. You gotta press A to advance sometimes, and start to advance sometimes. And other times when you press start, it was the worst decision you could possibly make because it wastes your time and brings up a score menu.
Yeah.
You have no reason to look at the score because it's already in the HUD, but there's a button that can waste your time.
It shows you all of the holes, like who's won which and who's drew in which. It's useless information in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
But you can
it
see it. Oh, here.
Accurately simulates the experience of being in the mini golf field, and you are checking your scorecard, trying to decide.
Oh, how should I play this hole?
Yep.
What should I do? But anyway, there's a button that you can accidentally push that does it. It wastes like 3 seconds of your run, and you are sad.
It might be like 5 seconds. It's really slow. It's that like transition.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
like that. It pops up exactly that screen, and then you have to hit another button to get it to go away, and it's not the same button. Because you have to like start to bring it up, and then you have to hit like B to close it.
I think that's true. Yeah.
So every time it happens, you swear a little bit.
Yeah, there's a little shame involved. You also need to press start to select the course you want to go into, and start to get out of the credits when you finish a course and go to the next, back to the menu. But
that wasn't great.
Don't press the A button there because it doesn't do anything. So you can sit there on the credits trying to mash through the A button and you just don't go anywhere. You're like, why is this taking so long? And you realize you have to press start.
This is another hole that sucks a lot. It's like an easy hole, but sometimes
it's a bit unpredictable.
You come through this portal and you just smack into one of their balls, and all of a sudden they are in the hole, or you do that and you just kind of bounce around.
Bounce all the way around the teleporters.
Yeah. Which puts me in a terrible spot.
He tried
to jump over that yellow edge. They don't know that you can't do that. Except when they somehow are able to do it, and you don't know why they were able to do it. We kind of assume that it's because they hit that pixel-wide gap at the corners again sometimes.
Yeah.
And it just lets them go. Yeah. Yeah.
That guy's gonna knock me out of position now.
I mean, he might knock you into a better position.
Sure.
Ooh. But this has been a hole where we've just lost a run because we knocked them in and they got a hole in one, and then the game just decided the hole is over.
Yeah.
They did, something like that happened where they just bounced around and went through. And it didn't even give us a chance. Which one I think is real frustrating.
And if you want to crack into the code and figure out what determines when a hole ends, I'd love to have the answer to that question.
Would love solid information.
Yeah.
Because then I would know if it was actually faster for me to miss or to sink a ball sometimes.
Yeah. This next hole is the longest hole in the game.
Miserable. It says it's par 5. That is a lie.
It's a par 5 if you're alone.
Yeah.
This is about, I would say, a 15th of the run is this single hole.
Yeah.
You'll notice that they are taking about 30 seconds to think about their shot. This is what leads me to believe that the way it computes things is that it's drawing a line from the distance of where the hole is and trying to get back to you. And so this is like a big S-curve kind of thing. And the farther away they are from the hole, the longer they take to think about it.
Yeah.
So I can only assume they're like running through options. And then sometimes, like we talked about before, they might just forget all of that and just make some garbage decision. Just like, thanks for wasting all of our time.
This is my worst hole in the game. I have a horrific time getting around the corner. Shun just got around.
It is real easy to lose a run here. Because it's going to take so long, I'm going to go take a bathroom break. I will be back, and I guarantee we won't lose any time.
It is true. It is unlikely that he will get back, or not get back, before Dad 2 finishes. It is... the thing that happens here, to me, a lot of times, it's not happening right now, is it's real easy for me to have all 3, or at least 2 of the balls that are ahead of me here end in that tiny little space right in front of the arrow, and then I just can't go through. So sometimes they end up just kind of trying to end up down here, and I've been trying to do this like bank shot to get around. Oh, I did it, but then I hit a peg. It's real miserable sometimes to get around, and this whole thing is gonna like snake all the way around before we get to one of the places where we have that jump I was talking about that happens. That was fantastic. You love it when Dad 2 decides to go back. Oh, Dad 2 took a quick shot and shot back toward the tee.
Wow, he made me a liar, didn't he?
He did.
I washed my hands and everything.
No, you should not have done that.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. There you go.
That was the rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, every so often they do that. He may do it too here, and decide to just go back toward the starting position because he just doesn't like the lines that he can draw.
Yeah. He might try to jump you.
He might try to jump me and go toward the edge. It looks like he decided Dad 2 was out of his way, and so it was fine for him to try to go. I think that's gonna not happen. Go, 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 go. Yes, yes, yes!
Yeah, we're both down that hill.
Yeah. Hoped I was gonna get you up it.
Oh. Hope springs eternal. While we wait for this gentleman to make a decision, why don't you hit us with another Arnold Palmer fact?
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna give you a different fact.
Okay.
Not Arnold Palmer related.
As long as this has nothing to do with LeBronolds again, 'cause
It does
I think
not.
I've had my fill of that.
Did you know that Samuel L. Jackson loves golf?
No.
He loves it so much, in fact, that in every contract he has for a film, he writes in a clause that says he can leave set to go play golf twice a week.
Well, good for you, Samuel L. Jackson. Let your dreams be realities.
Oh man, if this was like Rainbow Road,
It would be unplayable.
there are places of this that are like Rainbow Road. Not like the whole course, but like pieces of course. Like on Space One, you saw there was no wall going down the side of that bigger slope right before we got to the hole.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, looking like a pro.
Ooh.
There's a lot of ways in which I knew you would love the Samuel L. Jackson quote. I've been waiting to give it for you. Great. Ever since I saw you use that emote earlier. Yeah, we've tried in places to figure out good spots where you can just help each other and knock them up the course. It's a lot like Marble Madness. Which is, I guess, one of the other things that's kind of charming about it. Did he knock you into the arrow and you went way down?
He did, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Here's the jump. No space wind. Got across. Got across.
Now, that seems like a really, like, why did you just, like, jump, like, an angle like that? You can fall down that pit, and it's really bizarre how there's, like, invisible walls there to keep you from going kind of into the space between where there's course.
Mm-hmm.
And so you bounce off of the invisible walls, and sometimes if you bounce in the wrong place, you just kind of fall. Or like hit it backwards and roll into the nothingness. So I'm pretty happy with the shot I made.
Screwed me.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now that we're moving at a blistering pace to this hole.
This hole is incredibly fast right now.
Sometimes they are just like back there in the top spot, hitting it back to the starting tee, and it's taken forever.
Yeah, take that.
But everybody's moving each other along. The spirit of cooperation is so strong.
We've gotten to the point now where it's just, now it's a gentleman's game. Like we said, what's important is that we all make it to the end. Let's just enjoy it. Let's all try to get a par. Dad 2, not getting par.
Yeah, he's out. He's on his own.
He is pulling for the triple bogey now. Ooh, the par shot. Getting par on this hole in team play is
tough.
Ridiculous.
Now, that package right there sometimes has juggle in it.
Many a time.
We've lost a run.
Many a time. 3 of us have been at the back, while, like, Sean is way in the lead just because, he's in the front, and he's the fastest person in the world, and,
I thought you were going to go for the gift.
I was trying to.
You can still go for it.
I know. He'll be at the very front. He'll hit that gift as he comes through the arrows and, goes across that jump. And then the juggle happens, and Golf Dad just sinks it and is like, hey, I got an eagle. And you're like, no.
And again, he pulls out his comb and brushes it.
Yeah, brushes his little mustache. Yeah. Sorry, it's not a little mustache, Dad. You're right. It's a big mustache.
Takes up at least 9% of his face.
It gets its own billing in the credits, just like Tom Selleck.
Oh, man. 4 holes left to go. Been a wild ride full of emotions.
You would be stunned how often we lose the run here in these last 3 holes, because all of them have places where the AI can just make stupid shots.
Yeah, we either like reset in Dreamland at the start or reset here. It's pretty much those are the 2 goalposts.
Oh, conservative.
Yeah, I'm just conservative.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try to do the exhibition shot that is wildly unpredictable. Works maybe half the time.
That sounds high.
It might be high.
Yeah.
It might be more like 30%. But it is definitely faster if you do it right. And by if you do it right, I mean if like whatever is currently happening goes right. So much of it is starting position that it's tough. I want to go that way. Well, that was not what that shot was supposed to be, but
congratulations.
Physics.
Clip that.
Clip it.
Show off this exhibition shot.
Why not? Why not clip it?
Meanwhile, I'm just gonna go over here and do a sane shot.
That was what I was trying to do with my first shot, was go across that arrow and bounce around.
Yeah.
It looks real cool when you get it done. Ooh, very conservative.
But you look like a fool when it's wrong.
Yep, you look very silly when you slap that ball and you just hit one of the walls at the very start and bounce back to the tee position, which is what happens half the time. I even put the wrong... what happened to me there was I put the wrong spin on the ball. I went to the left instead of the right.
It's extremely easy to do it on this hole because you're facing, like, down and you think about... You're not looking at it from the ball's perspective.
Yeah. You have to remember that the English is always looking at the ball, not looking at the screen for where the course is laid out. So anytime you're going in the wrong way, it just messes with your head.
This hole sucks.
Yeah.
For
reasons that will become obvious momentarily, probably.
Mostly the same reasons that we've been experiencing here in future.
This is the one that's the most Rainbow Roadie right there with that. Didn't hit the second bumper.
No, but he's
lined up.
He's back there.
Yeah. What are you going to try to do this time? Are you going to be conservative?
Yeah. I'm just gonna tap it.
Just get over. Oh, that's not great.
I'm totally.
You're
satisfied.
okay for getting to a par.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to hit you.
Well, he can try.
I think he's got it. Here it comes. Oh no, he hit that. Bounce over the hole. Stunning shot.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if I hit that arrow, I'll probably just fly out into space. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
What a champion.
It's real surprising that none of us went OB there.
We were fools to question him.
Oh, there you go. I spoke too soon.
Yeah, there you go. I gave it to you.
Yes, pinball golf is a very, very accurate way to describe what happens with those bumpers that you see in some of the courses.
It is not viable to ever try to hit a bumper. Because it's just not predictable where it will bounce you.
I have never figured out, I've never done successfully anything with a
It will give
bumper.
you...
At least not intentionally.
If not more than full momentum shooting away from it in whatever direction it chooses, so you usually just rock it out of bounds.
This hole can really suck because there's that rainbow road bit. And
they get in your
now
way.
he is sitting dead in the way of the shot we want to make.
Yep. So I'll either hit him and knock him over towards the hole, which would make it challenging, or I'll go out of bounds trying to get away from him.
Ooh, or you'll go around perfectly.
Do it correctly.
Wow. That means that we have the joy of Golf Dad potentially knocking Dad 2 out of bounds by trying to take the same shot, or knocking them both right across, which is why this can also be one that you really easily lose. It doesn't matter, so I'm going to take my southern route real quick just to show it off. It's probably going to end badly because pegs. Oh, still kind of badly.
But there is a place you can go down there.
So a lot of times if all 3 of them manage to be blocking that road there, I take that southern route to try to get around it. So times when Sean is like right next to the hole and I don't have to worry about it, I practice that shot just to try to get a better feel of where those pegs are located. Blindly, without being able to see in comparison to my random start position. Oh.
Mashing the cancel button.
I was like, yeah, quit. I don't care.
Optimal.
Be done. It is. It's always optimal to just sit there pushing the wrong button.
It was actually faster for him to take that shot than to try to make a real shot, because you had to watch the ball roll, watch the amount of time you spent putting power onto the ball, maybe spent time changing the English.
How many times have we failed a world record pace attempt, which we just passed world record time?
Well, good. Now I'm not worried about this being fast, but also garbage.
How many times have we failed a world record pace run because of this hole, because they did something like that? Which is virtually impossible to emulate.
I wasn't even watching what he did.
And this is one of the worst starting... He did the shot that they always do from here, right down the side of the wall where you cannot see what your angle is. Ooh. That was a pretty good...
emulation
pretty
of what
good
he was
emulation.
doing, yeah. 40. Easily half of our attempts.
Yeah, easily half of our attempts have died on this hole.
Yeah.
Just because they do some stupid shot, and you'll probably see it here again in a second.
Yeah, because there's...
Where he goes dead down the line of the wall.
Yeah. If you try to do that, you'll just hit the wall.
Every time I've tried, I've hit the wall. He's like on a 1 pixel wide gap, I guarantee you.
But other times they'll just smack it straight into the wall and fail.
Yeah.
Or they'll go straight down that hole that's up ahead.
Which is what I will probably
hit.
show off here in a moment.
Yeah.
Ooh, I missed
avoided
it.
the hole.
Oh, all of us through the portals.
You would be surprised how easy it is to hit that hole.
I've had times where we did this where I knocked it into that spot like 6 or 7 times trying to get out. Oh, and that's time.
Yeah.
Because the the run ends when you get one of your balls into that cup.
Let you round it off.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and see if it'll tell me to give up. Which is one of the best things that can happen in any run. That is Golf Daisuki, OB Club. It is extremely fun casually. It is extremely frustrating as a speedrun.
Yeah.
We have a Discord if you want to, like...
Yeah, there's a Golf Daisuki Discord.
Yeah, if you want to come catch us on our channel sometime, we can give you the Discord info. I don't know it off the top of my head. We can give you a link, though.
Yep.
It's a fun game.
Yeah.
Like, play it if you want to play a stupid little golf game. We spent, probably 3 weeks or so just playing courses, team play, and trying to make sure we won each course before we, learned it well enough to do that.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculously fun.
Yeah, because, the impetus of picking this game was literally I was just looking for some quirky, absurd game to play on our channel,
mm-hmm.
and then we liked it so much that we went on. This is our first and only game that we speedrun, and we bothered to get good enough at it to actually have good times.
Yeah. If you like weird random junk, you can check out our channel.
That's true. We don't we don't speedrun anything, so we're a dirty variety channel.
Yeah.
Just play what we want. So.
We take requests from people, and sometimes get really strange requests that we have to look up and find.
Yep.
We play weird ROM hacks.
Yep. Shoutouts to Junkyard Dave, who is the admin for the speedruns for this game, who got me into doing the runs.
Yeah.
And also brought this marathon to my attention.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Dave.
I guess we should also throw shout-outs at the Mexican Runner. He was the one who first got us interested in streaming and in speedrunning in general.
Yeah, TMR. I watched him playing through NES Mania on YouTube, and I was like, that guy's pretty impressive. And I decided to
try to do that thing.
Yeah. So,
what's your favorite game that we've played on our channel?
We play a lot of Cook Serve Delicious. I like that a lot.
That's true. Cook Serve Delicious is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
My favorite one that I'm going to plug is we played this ROM hack, because we like ROM hacks a lot, to play weird versions of games. We played this game called Miami Vice for the NES, which was a hack of
some Japanese
Motomoe Abunai
Deku,
Deka,
yes, something
I think.
Like that, yeah.
This Japanese detective show that had a NES game.
Yeah.
Somebody hacked it to be about 1980s Miami Vice.
Yeah.
And it is ridiculous and stupid, and you can catch it on our YouTube if you want.
Yep. We might speedrun that.
We have talked about speedrunning that.
Yeah.
We do couch co-op sometimes, Cook Serve Delicious. We play that couch co-op.
Yeah.
Some games we play couch co-op. He's really good at games. I'm almost entirely blind, so I suck at games. So
we do a lot of RPGs.
Yeah, a lot of times I'm doing RPGs, and he does more platformers. We do a lot of Ocarina randomizers.
Yep.
It was bad. It's hard.
Our Twitch channel is Overly Critical Gamers.
Yep. And they can probably post the link again for you guys.
Yep.
We also have, a lot of our stuff is up on our YouTube, too, which is also just Overly Critical Gamers. You can find us there.
Yeah, it's all archived, so all of our old streams are just going up to YouTube eventually.
Yeah, just as soon as we put them through post.
Yeah, so. Okay, I don't want to take up any more of the channel's time.
Yeah.
Move on to the other half of the Super Metroid block that we got stuck in the middle of.
Which, thank you very much for sticking us in the middle of 2 popular games, so that people would stick around. No, I am his elder brother, and he is my younger brother.
Yeah.
That's how that works, otherwise it would be silly if I was your elder brother and you were my elder brother.
Yep.
We'd love to see any and all of you come by the channel, say hey, check out what we're playing, suggest a game you want to see us play, and we'd be happy to let you know what's going on.
And super thanks to everyone at this marathon. I'm really impressed with how you're running it, and I was happy to be here. This is our first marathon, and I think this is the first time that this game has been featured in any kind of speedrun event.
I'm sure that however many people are here watching this right now, you are more than the probably 40 people who have seen this game. get played like in any kind of at any level on Twitch.
Yeah.
So you're on the ground floor. Yeah, thanks a lot, Speed Gaming. We appreciate you having us.
Cool.
That's it for us.
Yep.
So go ahead and
So cut
do
the
your
feed.
thing. Cut it. We're done. We're out. You guys have a good one.